Welcome back to the third lesson of our ICT from Scratch course. In our previous two videos, we covered the fair value gap, FVG, and the inversion fair value gap, IFVG. Today, we are diving deep into the third and perhaps most powerful type, the balanced price range, or BPR. This concept is a game changer for identifying high probability zones. I'm about to break it down for you step by step on the charts, but before we start, if you find this content valuable, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment. Your support is what keeps this channel going and allows me to continue sharing these advanced strategies with you for free. Now let's get straight into the charts. Now I want you to take a deep breath and really focus on what is happening with these candles on your screen. This is where most traders get confused, but today I'm going to make it crystal clear for you. To truly master the ICT methodology, you must understand the deep logic behind a balanced price range, or what we call the BPR. Look closely at the formations I've drawn here. You already know the inversion fair value gap, or IFVG. But a BPR? That is on a whole different level of market precision. It's not just about a gap being closed, it's about a gap being reclaimed with institutional force. A balanced price range is created when we identify a standard fair value gap that is not just broken by a random price action, but is completely pierced and overtaken by a new aggressive, opposing fair value gap. I like to call this the battle of the gaps. First, we identify our original FVG, the one we expect to hold. But if the market decides to shift direction with an impulsive move, creating its own new FVG that overlaps with the old one, that specific intersection, the gap-to-gap zone, is our BPR. This is an extremely powerful concept because it shows us a massive shift in market intent in a very short amount of time. It's a clear signature of institutional strength and smart money intervention. When you see this specific interaction, it creates a highly sensitive area on your chart that the market will likely respect. In a typical setup, we wait for the price to return to this BPR zone. This is where we look for high probability entries. Once the price taps into this balance area, it finds the necessary fuel to accelerate and move toward the next target or draw on liquidity. I know some of you might be asking, but what about the liquidity pools? Don't worry about that for this moment. I promise you, we're going to have dedicated, in-depth lessons on every type of liquidity, internal and external, as we progress further in this comprehensive ICT course. For now, I want you to burn this image into your mind. A standard FVG broken by an opposing FVG equals a BPR. It's the ultimate sign of a market that has rebalanced itself and is ready for a new direction. Study these drawings carefully. Observe the overlap. Understand the displacement. Now that we have covered the theory and the underlying logic behind this powerful setup, it's time to see how all of this actually looks when the candles are moving in real time on a live chart. Let's move away from these drawings and dive straight into some powerful real-life examples. Focus now, everyone. Let's leave the drawings behind and dive into the real market action. I'm going to draw these setups for you on live examples so you can see exactly how a BPR forms in real time. Look closely at the screen. What we are doing here is identifying a standard fair value gap that has been completely reclaimed and pierced by another opposing fair value gap. As we discussed, this intersection is our balanced price range. Notice how the price returns to test this specific zone before accelerating toward the next liquidity draw. While you watch these examples, I want to talk to you a bit about this course. This ICT from Scratch series is completely free, and my goal is to provide you with institutional grade knowledge that others charge thousands for. All I ask in return is your support. Please hit that subscribe button, like the video, and engage with the channel. This feedback is what motivates me to keep producing high-quality content for you. My plan is to upload almost every single ICT concept. In the future, I will even teach you how to combine these tools into your own trading model with a high win rate. But this journey requires consistency from both of us. So don't forget to share the channel and leave your thoughts or questions in the comments. I read them all, and I'm always happy to respond to each and every one of you. Now back to the charts, and here is a pro tip. When you are marking your BPR, it is often better to focus on the area of the first fair value gap. Why? Because the price statistically tends to return and tap into that original gap more frequently than the one that broke it. Watch how the price reacts to these zones in the examples I'm showing you now. But here's the most important thing. Theory is nothing without practice. If you just watch me draw these zones without opening your own charts and applying them yourself, you will forget these tools and you will never master them. Professional trading is about muscle memory and eye training. So after you finish this lesson, I want you to go straight to your trading platform, whether it's TradingView or MT5, and find 10 examples of a BPR on live price action. Apply it yourself, see how the price reacts, and study the failures as much as the successes. Keep watching these live examples carefully. Observe the displacement, the overlap, and the reaction. This is how you learn to read the story the market is telling you. Let's keep going and look at another clear example right here. Watch how I'm marking this zone. Notice the displacement. When you see price moving this fast, it's leaving a footprint, and the BPR is that footprint. As I draw this for you, I want you to understand that the BPR isn't just a box on a chart. It represents a massive shift in orders. High-frequency algorithms and institutional banks are rebalancing their positions here. This is why the reaction is often so explosive once the price taps back into this balanced range. I want you to observe the candle bodies, not just the wicks. See how the bodies respect the BPR. That is the signature of true institutional order flow. If the candle bodies start closing far beyond the BPR, the setup might be invalid, and that's a lesson in risk management we will cover later. Also keep in mind that these setups work on almost every time frame, from the 1-minute chart for scalpers to the daily chart for swing traders. However, the higher the time frame, the stronger the BPR becomes. I personally love looking for these on the 15-minute and 5-minute charts for my intraday entries. Watch the price action now. It's approaching the zone. This is the moment of patience. Most traders fail because they jump in too early. But as an ICT trader, you wait for the price to come to you. You wait for the BPR to be tested. Study this specific example carefully. Look at how the original FVG was completely overtaken. That is the power of a balanced price range. It's clean, it's efficient, and it's one of the most reliable tools in your trading arsenal. Keep your eyes on the screen as we finish up these live chart examples. Before we wrap up today's lesson, I want to address a question I get very often. Which broker should I use for ICT trading? If you are looking for a reliable, regulated, and trusted broker to execute these setups, I highly recommend Exness. I've been trading with them for years, and they are my personal choice for several reasons. First, their spreads are incredibly low, which is crucial for the precision entries we discussed today. Second, the deposit and withdrawal process is instant and hassle-free, which gives you peace of mind as a trader. I've placed my official partner link in the channel bio and in the video description below. If you want to join my trading team and get the best possible conditions in the market, go ahead and create your account through that link. That's it for our third lesson on the balanced price range. I hope you found this deep dive into the BPR valuable. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with your fellow traders. Thank you so much for watching, keep practicing on your charts, and I will see you in the next lesson. Happy trading, everyone.